Was about time. Hello, I'm M0NA, and it's finally time to answer the question we left off on the original video. Did my master succeeded in keeping that ingenuity for his next one? Well, let's find out for ourselves, shall we? Mike, what is that title? What do you mean by Third Time the Charms, Season 2 Electric Boogaloo? Okay, I have an explanation for the title. Anesthesia was an old transformer of my creator, who's been tweaked 3 times for her 2 iterations, 3 times for her old design, and 3 times for her current design. This should answer our question. Anesthesia never was a lightning in a bottle kind of deal, but the result of many iterations and rework. With that out of the way, let's talk about her final design. Anesthesia vehicle form is an ambulance taking inspiration from her original vehicle, a 1959 Cadillac Millimeter ambulance. This design source is still present in her current form with the front of the hood, the headlights and bumper, and the overall shape. She bears 2 red cross on her side, a detail my creator wanted to get on, and finally succeeded. You may have noticed some extra red specks next to them, and despite being somewhat out of place, they serve an important role in her robot form. At the back, tail lights, rear bumper, and back windows are present, with some handles to emulate the back door of her ambulance form. Overall, Anesthesia vehicle's look is a simple, somewhat bland, but effective-looking ambulance. For size comparison, you can see that she isn't big, but she do be on the long side. It's time to move from her ambulance's disguise and talk about Anesthesia's robot look. It's time to transform. And thus, Anesthesia bland ambulance look is replaced by a nice looking robot mode with a white dress, somewhat reminiscent of a nurse look. Fitting for her, as she is a doctor. The pop of extra red being revealed in this form contrasts nicely with the white of the dress, and is one of those cool trick, where a colors is hidden away in the vehicle to be revealed once transformed. Said dress is made from the side and roof of the ambulance, and is able to articulate out of the way of her leg motion, and you can pose it in some Monroe white dress ways. And to those wondering, and we know there is, she does have a booty hidden under all of this. On the side are the red cross, and this is where the specs from her ambulance mode are used, to keep the cross complete through the transformation. A little trick that my creator is quite happy with how it turned out. Speaking of transformation, Anesthesia bears little kibble parts, although her back is somewhat rough, no small thanks to her hair bun. Truth be told, my creator always struggled with that part of her. The front hood turning into long hair on the back of her head, never really worked out, always sticking out like a sore thumb, but alas, this current hair bun at least doesn't hinder her articulations badly, and isn't too bad looking, which is all my creator can ask for. Speaking of articulations, hers are good enough. She can get some decent poses, they are just mostly hindered by the bulk of her dress, despite the posability of said dress. It is unfortunate, but alas, some price to pay for her good look, and it doesn't stop her from having some good poses, just limited. Accessories wise, Anesthesia has a variety of tools at her fingertips, quite literally, that she can use to care for her fellow Cybertronian, although she would be able to taking care of humans too, as it goes with her lore. Anesthesia is an ex-war medic, whose Ians and Cybertron's conflict didn't help her overall anxiety. She came to Earth with fellow Autobots, as part of a search for fleeing war criminals, and for her, as a doctor first, to learn about human medicine, to widen her knowledge. She is the first to meet Judy Duty, and is quite puzzled by the nature of this Earth-born Cybertronian. And thus, here she is. To finish, let's have a quick size comparison. Here she is next to a minifigure, next to yours truly, me, and finally, next to our base comparison, Judy Duty. So, what can we learn from it? Sometimes, you get hit by a brilliant idea, executed perfectly. Sometimes, you have to take more time, coming back to the idea again and again, polishing it over time, until you reach that result you are looking for. Thus is the case for Anesthesia, and my master is glad that, despite the many attempts and reworks, she is now, what could be described as a nice polished result. And I shall give him 3 claps for his perseverance. And so, we end this review. Anesthesia may have not been a perfect first draft, but I can't say the same for Mike's next model. This M0NA, seeing you next time. Bye.